More Travis Scott Jordans, another J Balvin Jordan 3, another Ma Maniere Jordan 4, and Jordan 3 is just some of what we'll be going over today as we go over all of the Jordans dropping in the second half of 2024, which includes summer and fall. Now, remember guys, if you want free sneaker updates, check out the link below, and remember, this comes with one free channel of Endurance. This week, that free channel is the free Chick-fil-A channel. Remember, we do so much more than just sneaker reselling, really anything to help you guys make and save extra money. So be sure to check it out if you guys do have a chance, but let's jump right into this. Kicking it off with June 8th for $200, we'll be seeing the Jordan 6 Reverse Oreo, and this colorway should be looking like exactly what the name says. Pretty much you got that Oreo colorway on the midsole, the rest of the shoe being white. Now also keep in mind that these are all going to be mock-ups for the most part, courtesy of Z Sneakerheads. Now given their color code and the name, they should look pretty much like this, but don't expect them all to be exactly like this. Anyway, it's a clean pair of Jordan 6s that could go with almost every single outfit. It's great for the summertime, being a white sneaker too, and it looks pretty nice with that icy outsole. In terms of resale though, don't expect these to be profitable. In fact, if you do want a personal, you might be able to catch these on sale for below retail. Next up, on June 20th for $190, we have another Jordan 11 Low. This time, it is the Jordan 11 Low Women's in Legend Pink. This is a solid colorway for my 5% female audience. Perfect for the summertime with that white and being a low top sneaker. You can't go wrong with these, and I do think that there's a possibility that they do go on sale, so if you do want a personal pair, you might want to be patient. Definitely don't expect these to be profitable. Then on June 29th for $210, we got the Jordan 13 Dune Red, and wow, this is definitely one of the more unique Jordan 13s. It sort of reminds me of the Jordan 13 mid-clot that we saw a long time ago, and I was a big fan of those. Now, of course, this is a mock-up, but given the color code with Dune Red Terra Blush White, it should look pretty similar to this, and I have to say, I really like them. Definitely one of the more unique pairs of 13s. However, like most pairs of 13s, I still would expect these to just be personals, and there is a chance you might be able to get these for below retail on sale too if you are patient. Next up, on August 21st for $140, we have the Jordan 1 Low Mocha. Now, of course, this is going to have a lot of demand and a lot of hype for just one reason, and of course, it's because they look just like Travis Scott's, just like how the Jordan 1 Mocha High performed very well. I do expect these to perform well too. Even though they're a Jordan 1 Low, I do expect them to perform slightly worse because of that, but this colorway should definitely generate decent demand since they are a poor man's Travis Scott. A lot of people are going to want them just because they look like Travis Scott's. With that said, I actually am expecting these to be profitable, considering the retail is $140. I would expect them to be profitable with a good margin and potentially better than that, especially on the large size 10 and above, which is crazy because on a lot of the classic Jordan 1 Lows, we haven't even seen those be profitable like the Jordan 1 Black Toes, but I actually do think that these have pretty solid potential. Now, you're also going to notice we just jumped all the way to August 21st, and that's because the majority of these shoes are so far out that they don't have precise dates yet. Don't worry, we're going to go through much more after we first go through these that do have dates. Next up, we got the Jordan 12 Wolf Gray. These are dropping in August, but they don't have a date yet. Retail most likely will be $210. This is another Jordan 12 that you can match with almost every single outfit. Super easy to pull off, but I don't know if they're ideal for the summertime. Granted, they might release towards the end of the summer. Overall, though, it's a clean pair of 12s. Hard to dislike these, but there's also nothing that really makes these special. Anyway, I don't expect these to be profitable like most Jordan 12s. In fact, you might also be able to get these for below retail. Now, jump into some that don't have dates yet, but are dropping sometime within the summer. For $180, we'll be seeing the Jordan 1 High White Obsidian Summit White. This colorway really reminds me of a Georgetown colorway like what we saw on the Georgetown 11 Lows, where you got that gum bottom and you got that navy and white upper. I think it looks pretty solid. Again, of course, just a mock-up, but we'll probably see something looking pretty close to these given what the color code is. In terms of profitability, though, I can't say the same. Like the majority of Jordan 1s that are not classic colorways, I'd expect these to just be personals, and you could probably get them for below retail in the secondary market if they don't go on sale. Next up, we got a Jordan... You gotta be f***ing kidding me. Alright, so they must have heard me talking about the Jordan 2s, because now they're making a Jordan 2 3. Alright, so I'll actually hold my breath on these. Maybe they'll end up being somewhat decent when we see the actual version, because I'm pretty sure this is just a mock-up. And look, I'm not hating on the colorway. It's white, red. Can't really go wrong with that, but I don't know how I feel about the build right now. Maybe they'll grow on me. Honestly, let me know what you guys are thinking about these down below. I definitely do not expect these to be profitable, and I am expecting them to go on sale, but who knows, maybe all of a sudden everybody's just going to love this silhouette. But, you know, call me crazy for just making an educated guess that these are not going to sell out. Retail's $160, and you'll be able to get them on sale for $120. Next up, sometime in the summer for $250, we have the J Balvin Jordan 3 Rio. Yes, we are getting another J Balvin 3. This time, it's coming with the same exact color pattern, but the primary is going to be black rather than the tan that we saw on the prior pair. And I have to say, this one looks pretty nice too. I was a huge fan of the prior one, and those also ended up being extremely hyped and performed very well, and I'd expect the same to be the case for these, but I would expect them to perform just slightly worse than those did. But nonetheless, despite a retail of $250, I would still expect these to be profitable with a good margin, especially in the larger sizes 10 and above. More importantly, I definitely want a personal pair of these, so I'm hoping that J Balvin does a website drop again, just like he did for the tan pair of the Jordan 3s, because that was a great job. Just like on the recent Ma Maniere Jordan 5, all members did have the early link for the new domain that they were going to be using. It was a nice, easy advantage, easy cop for anyone who wanted any size. So obviously, we always look forward to these unique types of releases. Again, if you are interested in endurance, you can check it out with the link below, and if not, completely fine. You could also check out that same link for completely free sneaker updates. Next up, in summer for $160, Okay, so next up, we got another Travis Scott Jordan dropping. This time, it is the Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack Trainer, formerly known as the Travis Scott Jordan Cut the Check. That's what we originally thought they were going to be named. Now, I think there might be two colorways that are dropping in summer, or at least spring and summer, but if not, there's definitely at least going to be one pair, and that should be the Sail Muslin Black and Fire Red pair. Stock keeping unit FZ8117-100, but obviously, we'll see. We might end up seeing two of them, and we also just saw another pair of the Jack Trainers just come out, so it looks like we might see a lot of different colorways of this. We'll see as we do get closer to the release dates, though. I'll keep you guys updated. Just make sure you are subscribed and enable post notifications. This way you don't miss out on anything. It is pretty awesome that Travis Scott finally gets his own signature Jordan. Now, I will admit, if these were not Travis Scott's, I don't know if I would have given them the same chance as I am now. Maybe I wouldn't have paid them much mind, but I will admit, since Travis Scott, you know, it is his sneaker, I have been looking at them a little closer, and I'll admit, you know, okay, I do think that they look pretty nice. You might hate on me in the comments saying I only like them because Travis Scott wore them, and you know what? Subconsciously, that might be true, but at the end of the day, I think they look pretty aesthetically nice. Definitely very excited to get some of these colorways. Now, in terms of resale, of course, you could expect these to be very profitable with a great to incredible margin, especially because retail should only be $200. We'll see as we get closer to the drop, and of course, I'm going to make a how to cop guide so you guys can get your hands on pairs. Now, jumping into fall, what better way to transition than with those Jordan Jumpman Jack Topazes that I was alluding to earlier. So this is the other colorway that I was just talking about that just recently came out. I'm not a big fan of this colorway, at least relative to the other colorways we've already seen. Now, of course, this is just a mock-up, but given that the color code is Topaz, Sail Thunder, Blue Gum, and Light Brown, it should look something kind of like this. I'm not a huge fan of it. Let me know what you guys are thinking below, but in terms of resale, they definitely still should be profitable with a very good to great margin. Of course, I'll keep you guys updated as we get to the release, though. Also in fall, most likely slightly above the usual retail of $140, probably for $160, we got the PSG Jordan 1 Low. Now, of course, this is just a mock-up, and I really think in terms of resale for these, it depends on what they're going to look like, so I'm not going to make a judgment right now, and that's because we've seen the Jordan 4 and the Jordan 5 PSG appreciate really well over time, and I think the Jordan 1 Low silhouette does have that potential, assuming it is a good design. Now, considering it is going to have infrared, I'm not 100% sure if that is going to be possible. possible. As of now, I'd lean more towards these being personals, but we'll see as we do get closer to the drop. Also in fall for $180, we got the Jordan 1 High Metallic Gold. This is just going to be a black and metallic gold sail colorway. Unfortunately, they don't have the white mid panel, they don't have a black swoosh, and they don't have a white toe box either, so I don't think a lot of us are going to be big fans of this colorway, but if you do like the look of metallic gold, these might be for you. Personally, not a big fan, just based off this mock-up at least. And in terms of resale, I definitely don't expect these to be profitable. Like most non-classic Jordan 1s recently, I'd expect these to most likely go on sale or go for below retail in the secondary market, so be patient if you do want a personal. Also in fall, probably for $200 like the prior Jordan 3, unless they increase retail like the Jordan 4s. In that case, they'd be $225. Either way, this is a big deal. We got another Ma Maniere Jordan 3 dropping, this time in the Burgundy Crush colorway. Of course, this is just a mock-up, but either way, I'm pretty confident that these are going to look incredible. Usually, Maniere does a really great job of what they have to work with, and in terms of resale, despite the fact Maniere is going to charge high shipping on there or even on sneakers with the free shipping, I still am expecting these to be profitable with a good margin, especially in the larger sizes, so this is definitely just another drop to look forward to. But wait, there's more. Yes, we are getting another Jordan 4 Ma Maniere, this time the Phantom Light Iron or Muslin Burgundy Crush. So this is another one with that same kind of look. It's going to have a vintage vibe with a lot of earthy tones and that Burgundy Crush, of course. I think they're probably going to come out great. I have full confidence in Ma Maniere to do their thing, and like the prior Jordan 4s, I do think these are going to be profitable as well with a good margin, especially in large sizes. Also in fall for $210, we'll be getting another Jordan 4, this time in the Smoke Gray colorway. Of course, this is just a mock-up, pretty basic, but based on the color code, it is going to look something like this with smoke gray, iron gray, cement gray, particle gray. Of course, it's going to be a very wearable Jordan 4, and those tend to do pretty well actually. So I do think that these will be profitable with a decent to good margin. Nothing crazy, but definitely a good opportunity to look forward to. Not only that, but of course for all my fellow Jordan 4 lovers out there, this is just going to be another very wearable Jordan 4 that could go with almost any outfit. Also in fall, probably for $210, we have the Jordan 5 RKO Brown dropping. This is definitely one of the more unique looks. I think these would have been great if they had dropped, a couple of years ago. As of right now, though, I don't think they're going to perform too well. Probably say they're just going to be personals like most Jordan 5s, and they might even go on sale too, so be patient if you do want a personal pair. Also in fall for $210, we'll be seeing the return of a classic Jordan 6, and that is the Jordan 6 Olympic. A lot of people really like this colorway, including myself. Very clean with that navy and white upper, and you gotta love the subtle red accents on them. Very similar to what you would see on a True Blue Jordan 3, for example. I think a lot of people are excited for these, but nonetheless, just like they were excited for the Carmines and the UNC 6s, I still do think that these are going to just be personals, but if you do want a personal, I would not sleep on these. I don't expect them to go on sale. Also in fall for $200, we got the Jordan 13 Midnight Navy dropping. This looks very similar to what we'd see on a Georgetown type colorway. You got that gum bottom, and then you got the navy and white upper, and honestly, I think it looks pretty nice. Not usually a big fan of the gum bottoms, but I definitely think it works here. Nonetheless, if you do want a personal pair, I do expect these to go on sale, so be patient if you do want a personal, like most Jordan 13s. And last, and probably least, aside from the audacious $300 retail, we got the Jordan 17 Varsity Red and also UNC dropping. Now, of course, these are really solid colorways, but I don't think a lot of you guys like Jordan 17s. Maybe if you play basketball and you're looking for something with a vintage look, these are good for you. They got that nice retro style to them, but unfortunately for the everyday wearer, unless you're just getting these to put them on your shelf, I don't think we want to pay $300 for these. So now there is a chance that they end up making these like super limited and they actually end up being somewhat profitable because of that. I'm not sure where production is right now, but if you are interested in stock, we'll know that closer to the release date, so just make sure you are subscribed and enable post notifications for all types of updates like that. And of course, follow my Twitter, KeithAdam10, for urgent updates and info like shock drops, and for early information before the shock drops actually occur, consider joining Endurance with the link below, or you could also check out that same link for completely free sneaker updates. And remember, we're also giving out one free endurance channel with that. Other than that though, have a fantastic rest of your day, and it looks like we got a lot of great releases ahead. But remember, this is only a small fraction of what we're going to be seeing. It is way too far out right now to be knowing all the releases. Just so far though, it looks like we got a lot of good ones already. So with that said, good luck on all these releases.